Alright, so let's talk about this and just off jump. If this movie does not get a second part, it will be a travesty.
Straight up, because just like I just said 2 seconds ago, I was gonna hold it for now. That's what the hell it was made for.
Yeah.
This was a setup of a setup for a setup. Like, what movie can you compare that they explained everything that they could in the first movie? They were just
Exposition.
like bow, 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 bow. Like, oh, y'all are these people. You're supposed to do this and this and that. And I'm just like, hold on, we're getting a lot.
A lot. But let's talk about it. Hey, welcome back to Small Couch Review. It's your boy Sam.
It's your boy Joey.
And today we are finally talking about the movie Dune.
Yes.
This premiered on HBO Max a couple of weeks ago, towards I think it was the 21st or something like that. It was in same day release. It came out in theaters and on HBO Max.
Yeah.
Joey watched it on his big screen. I actually went to a theater and saw it. And now we're gonna talk about it.
I did not know you actually went to the theater. So now, like, I have to go see it in the theater.
So, I'm gonna get right into this. You might have heard in what we were talking about in our intro. This movie is just all right. Basically, it's based on a novel from the 50s. Never read the novel. Did not see the original movie from 1984.
Yeah.
Or whenever it came out. I think it was 84. Didn't see it. So basically, the movie is about it's a space odyssey.
Yeah.
The universe has been conquered by one man, and he is now the emperor of everything. And there are these noble houses, kind of like Game of Thrones. Kind of like, I think I've heard it said it's Game of Thrones in space. So kind of like that. There are these noble houses that, are like more important than others. And one of the houses named
House Atreides.
Atreides. Thank you. I did not remember. So that's where our main character Paul comes from. His family is now in charge of a planet that mines what is known as the spice.
Nice.
The spice is the most important element in the galaxy. Mm-hmm. It allows for space travel. Like, without it, you cannot travel in space. One noble house had it at first. Now the emperor has decided House Atreides is going to be mining and providing spice for the galaxy. And that leads to the whole story we have.
Pure chaos.
So off jump, cast was great.
I'm like, how much alone? How much did the cast cost?
Yeah. You had Oscar Isaac, Timothy Chalamet, Zendaya. Although she only had 7 minutes of screen on time, they tricked us with that.
If you haven't watched it yet, the previews, everything you see, those are her scenes.
Yeah,
that's it. That's what you're going to get.
Yeah.
You saw her in the movie.
Yeah,
already.
the most you see her is like she's like in dreams or visions. So it's like it's like a music video.
And then sitting on a rock.
Yeah. Who else was in it? Of course, Aquaman himself, Jason Momoa.
Yes.
And then Rebecca Ferguson, who I'm really starting to like, man. Okay. She's been in the Mission Impossible movies. She was in Doctor Sleep, which I think did not get the recognition it deserved.
I've never seen it.
It's the sequel to The Shining.
Oh, yeah. Shit. Okay.
Fantastic film. But this movie mainly focuses on Timothy Chalamet and his mother, who's played by Rebecca Ferguson. Mm-hmm. I honestly can't really even get into there's so much story here. So let me say what I like. This movie did a fantastic job of setting up the characters. I don't know how, but in 2.5 hours, you do know a lot. I mean, there's some stuff you might want to go and research on like Wikipedia or stuff or something, but like it did a fantastic job of establishing, these are the houses. This is why this is important. This is why this is important. Mm-hmm. These are the conspirators. These are the this is like the power they have. It was fantastic, and they did it all in a way without like being in like someone just saying, "Hey, yada 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 yada." They did it in a very natural way. Yeah. Like there's a power that House Atreides has, or I guess Paul and his mother have, called the Voice. Yeah. Where they basically, it's like a purple man's power. They can just command you to do something. And the way they demonstrate it was very natural and very organic. So it wasn't like someone was just coming out and saying, hey, the voice was invented and yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
And it does this. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Even the way Paul learns is so natural.
Yeah. Like he's reading, like he's watching like holodecks, I think.
Yeah.
And he's trying to learn something. And they're not, it's just, it's very short and precise.
If you weren't paying attention or you didn't think it was necessary, you're like, huh. You know, but for movie buffs, and I'm sure people that watch this are movie buffs, it's like, you knew that was going to come up.
Right.
But, again, it was short.
Yeah.
It didn't have to be a 5-minute scene.
Exactly.
Of him practicing it in this room, you know,
right.
like.
Yeah.
So, keep going.
I will also say the action scenes in this movie weren't the best, but I don't think this was meant to be an action movie.
Nope.
What I will say, this is the biggest contradiction.
Yeah.
This might have been the movie in my life that I needed to see in IMAX.
See?
The visuals were spectacular. This director, Denis Villeneuve, he did Blade Runner, which I didn't like the movie, to be honest. Blade Runner 2049. I didn't like the plot of the movie. The visuals were spectacular.
Were ridiculous, yeah.
He also did that movie Prisoners, which I didn't know, which that was an amazing movie as well. But really good director, really great art direction. But with him, you know, you gotta know that his movies are, you know, like a movie like this, it's gonna be some action, but also some art house. And I am glad to say the art house in this movie, oh my gosh, like characters standing next to things, just so you see the scope of how large something is, it's spectacular. Like, I don't know how they filmed this.
It doesn't. It's like the way he did it. It's so natural. Like you're watching, your eye connects to these things. And I was explaining this movie to people, and I read an article that says it's too big for the TV.
Yeah, no.
Seriously. I watched it on TV and was like overjoyed.
And you have a huge screen, and it still wasn't big enough. No, but like,
it's like I need to see this in IMAX just like for the scope of things and just like.
And that's just a contradiction.
Yeah.
Because it's like Game of Thrones in space.
Yeah.
I feel like it would benefit as an HBO Max series where they could flesh everything out, but I would want to see it on a movie screen.
Yeah.
So I'm asking. I need 12 movies. Like I
guess we're gonna get both.
We are getting an HBO Max series that's like a prequel to explain something we see in the movie. Because I will admit there were a couple things where I was able. It didn't ruin the movie for me, but I was like, I don't really understand what that is, and I had to go read it later.
But I don't feel like it was meant to be. Like I don't think they were meant for like everything to be explained in a sense that this is all set up. It just feels.
This movie seriously. Yeah. I don't even think I can accurately review this without the inevitable part 2.
Yeah.
This movie starts off as a part 1. It wasn't marketed as that, but like, it's not even like a Lord of the Rings.
No.
Where like at Lord of the Rings, they do something and everyone is like, all right, this is our next mission. This is our next mission. This is our next mission.
Yeah.
So it has like a cutoff point.
I know.
This movie just like it stops.
Yeah. It's literally a continuation. Like you're just like, yo, where y'all still walking?
Right.
Like,
exactly.
Y'all still walking? What y'all about to do?
Yeah.
The sun going down. Like
right.
that's. I guess that was the only feeling of completion. The sun's going down because you know it's going to go down every day.
Right. It was. Yeah. So, but I mean, to say I can't accurately review it. I did like everything I saw. Mm-hmm. The main villain, played by the Skarsgård father, whose name I forget right now. But
he wanted more screen time. The article I read, he wanted more screen time.
Yeah,
he deserved more screen
was
time.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
Like
he
I don't know. Like they made him like he levitates and he just walks towards you or floats towards you and he just looks disgusting. Yeah. He eats disgusting, but like you just know not to cross him. Like he's terrifying. He was probably my favorite part of this movie.
His soldiers are huge.
Yeah.
So it's like if you can control that.
Yeah, you have to be something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't really have too much else to say. I mean, I liked it, but like I'm glad Part 2 was greenlit. If Part 2 wasn't greenlit, I would say this movie was a travesty.
That's upsetting because if it didn't, but I think immediately they knew.
I think they were waiting to see how it would do at the box office. Yeah. Which, by the way, I have to say, this director really annoyed me at the beginning of COVID when he was the one. Him and Chris Nolan were the ones coming out complaining the most about the same date release schedule, and it's like, bruh, we're in a freaking pandemic. Like, what do you want? What do you want? Like, what do you want?
I'm comfortable now. But when this movie was supposed to drop...
Right. I'm like, bro, what is wrong with you? Calm it down. And the movie, I think I just read it crossed like $300 million. So like, they got their money.
You did what you were supposed to do, bro.
Right. So, like, that I guess, not a negative towards the movie. Just him, he annoyed me.
For me and, like, everybody else that really likes films, like, I'll watch it at home because I can't get out or something like that. Or just the way my schedule was the week of the release. And even with me watching it kind of split up, too, I would love to sit through that whole movie.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I've actually watched a movie in the theater and an HBO Max. Maybe me and you are the minority, and and the directors think we're the minority, but I would like to think that if you're a fan of film, you would go watch it in theater. Yeah. Even if you have it streaming. So, I mean, like, y'all need to calm it down.
I think Dunkirk is probably one of my biggest examples of, like, that movie in IMAX is a totally different movie.
Yeah, that and Interstellar, another one of Chris Nolan's. Yeah. But I went on a whole spiel. I'll give my review later. What did you think of it, bro?
I mean, I was interjecting the whole time because I think this is one thing that we are completely aligned on. This was an amazing, and we talked about it in other reviews. I don't think I've seen anything like this visually pleasing in a very long time.
Seriously.
Again, so I'll finish my statement before. I've talked to people about this movie and, like, explaining to them how I'm like, I don't know how they filmed it because I know they were in a desert.
Yeah.
I know they were, but I know everything else wasn't there. But it feels like it was there, and not in a, oh my gosh, this is the most amazing CG ever. It's just,
it's not even the CG. Yeah. I don't even, like, honestly, the CG was so good, I almost didn't even notice it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, when the sand word came, I was like, yo, what
and
the
it's
heck?
Like, it's done so well, and then for it to be a movie that is not fucking throwing action at you, because I hate when people say that. Oh, it was great. It had a lot of action.
Yeah.
That's not what makes a great film. I will sit and listen to dialogue. Yeah. Even me not knowing, again, that this is going to get a sequel. I enjoyed it all the way to the end, and I happened to watch the movie maybe 2 or 3 days after it came out, so that news came, like, right away. And I was like, cool.
Right.
I'm complete now, because at first I'm like, one, I didn't get a lot of Zendaya, which I really enjoy her as an actress. And then the other one is just like, I like this main character. It seems like he's growing too.
Right.
It's like but how? How did he grow? But all I've been hearing him is talk. It's like that. It was really good. And if anybody doesn't know, my brothers are huge film buffs. One even studied theater and film, and he was just like, "Hey, I liked it." And just left it at that. And I'm just like, what? You just liked it? And I guess for some people, it was just like, yeah, I didn't get enough.
No, yeah, I guess what I like. Yeah. Yeah, like, it's so strange. I haven't had a movie like this where it's so reliant on how it completes for me to actually appreciate this movie. Yeah. Because as it's like, there is no way, like, the visuals, it doesn't matter if there was a part 2, like, this would be the best visually stunning movie I've seen probably in my life. But like, as the story goes, the story, like Joe was saying, it's so good, but like, it's so incomplete. So you it's like seriously, it's like you start telling me this epic tale and then you just cut it off, and it's like, okay, well, is it actually an epic tale or not? Like, I don't know.
When I'm sitting there watching it and then it finished, unlike how I felt about Eternals, I was like, cool, it's done. But I know something else is going to happen. I was like, hold on, it's over?
Right? No, seriously.
I was like, no. It's like, what? What's the next thing that's going to happen? Why is there a black screen?
Right.
So, hey, that's... I think probably one of our quickest reviews.
Yeah, I think, honestly, I mean... Yeah, probably one of our quickest reviews, and it may be a good thing because we're both looking forward to seeing how it's going to end. I think we'll both probably when it comes out. I think we'll both be in theaters.
The whole cast, please stay away from motorcycles, drugs. It's just like, please, because I need you all back.
Yeah, all of you. Seriously.
I need some flashbacks with Isaac. I need
Oscar Isaac. Yeah. Gotcha.
Give me more.
Yeah, this was fantastic.
Yeah.
Again, the storytelling in 2.5 hours, he did as best as you could without it being a series. Honestly, it's really hard for me to rate this. I don't know. Like, what would you give it, bro?
It's like I don't think we gave Suicide Squad a 5, right?
Right.
It's not. I don't think it's a 5. God dang. It's so hard. 4.5 because I wanted more and you didn't give me more. It is what it is. I don't know. I can't give it a perfect score.
You know what I'm gonna do? I think that once part 2 comes out, this movie will end up being probably like a 5. Yeah. But because I don't know how part 2, I don't know if they're gonna stick the landing. I'm going to say, based on the visualizations, the way the story was told, and of course the performances, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 4 right now.
Okay,
I'll give it a 4 right now.
So we're pretty even on that. I was like, I just said 0.5 as I want to give it a 5, but a 4 is respectable. That's a very good score for a movie again that we feel like we don't know.
Right.
Yeah. By itself, geez Louise, it was amazing. But as a story, a full story, we need that. We need that next part.
Honestly,
and I'm scared. This, don't mess it up.
Yeah, it's a tentative 4. If the part 2 is like trash, like Attack of the Clones type trash, which I highly doubt, then we will revise this. I will actually go back and edit this video and re-upload it to revise this score. But right now, we'll give it a 4. Oh, man. All right, guys. Thank you for sticking with us. Dune, did you see it? What did you think? Yeah. Was it as visually stunning for you as it was for us? Let us know. And until next time, we out.
Deuces.